The opening round is about to begin. Player 2 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. If the drive gauge is completely empty, the player will enter burnout and won't be able to use drive for a period of time, so it's vital to not let that happen. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. The jump-in is denied. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Fires off a whirlwind. Hits them with a stop and fire. Down to the wire. They can't squander this punish counter chance. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Reads the jump in perfectly. KO. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts next. Down to the wire. Picture perfect punish counter. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Good anti-air. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. Can't tech the throw? Taking stock. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. The pressure is so springs forward with the drive rush. Burnout activates. In there. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in to get out of that jam with a perfect parry. Jump. Checks with a medium kick. Decides to meet them in the air. Good judgment there. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. That combo did decent damage. Going in? Player 2 bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Scores a counter hit with the OD mixer. Oh man, this is a scary range. Will this super art do anything? Flatlines them. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Hits them with a stop and pop. Player reads the jump in perfectly. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Player 1 with the rhythm crowns him from above. This is gonna hurt. Impact squat. Recite. What are they gonna do? They push their way out of the corner. So solid with a mixer anti-air. Starts with whirlwind. Gets him with a Euro step. Step leg kick. Closes it out. Player.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Welcome to the stream.
You call, I answer.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Can't tech the throw? Closes the gap for the grab. Takes the chance to hurt him. Alright, what's coming up next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Which one of these fighters has what it takes to close out this round? The grab misses. He can't squander this punish counter. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Spike! Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Were they baiting them into that? It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 2, they're going for the super art. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Looking to impress with this super. Comes crashing down on them with the Bushin beat. Both fighters planning something? Leads them air to air. Are we going to see a comeback here? Tries to catch them, closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a jump in. Lays down a whirlwind. Blocks the impact. Jumps. A jump. Knocked them out of the air. Wrecks them. What'll happen here? Anti-air in the front. Hit that with confidence. What's next? Player 1 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Draw super hard incoming. Push both teams into that super sheet. Whirlwind shot. Tons of tricky hidden variables. Vagabond forever elevated. Oh, yo! Raw super here? Player 2. Oh! Putting the cherry on top. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Perfectly planned. Perfectly executed. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that rundown. Drops him hard. Ooh, does him dirty. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's going to follow the combo? Throws him. What's next? Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Oh yeah! Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Feeling out the spacing. Barely blocks the jump in. Well-timed corner switch. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Cyrus brushes that off and keeps going. Shows a medium kick. There's a change of side. There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and... Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Ooh. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Going in, connects with the throw. Draw super hard incoming. Super receive kick. Pro is aiming for max CPM here. Oh my, the throw tech. Just goes for it at this range. Flatline zone. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight.
That's the start. They're not getting it. Goes out of sight. Vagabond forever elevator. Gets carried to the corner. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 2 it's a good spot to use the super. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Super! That's what we want to see. Arc step. Medium kick crowns him from above. Connects with the throw. Player 1 still has a chance, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Flatlines them. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.
Here comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Blocks the jump in. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Next up, brushes off the throw. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. From up above, takes them all the way to the corner with that. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Taking stock. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Jumps. Was hungry for the grab. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive movement. Arch step in there. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Throws them to negate the block. The low doesn't connect. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Gets a chance with that jumping. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Jumps. So they break forward, intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps in. There's a change of sides. Gets out of the corner. Sets a shuriken bomb to panic. Player 2 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Doesn't miss a beat. Barely blocks the jump in. Super crops him hard. Tricky hidden variables. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Turns out, Stun City Population U. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Take it! What a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player 1 tries to act quickly, but with the attack. They push their way out of the corner. Player 2 has the super cage advantage. Nothing stops this train. Okay, here we go. Player 1, ooh, does them dirty. Player 2 still has a chance, but it sets up with the jump in. A real the throw. In, denied. Connects with the throw. Are you kidding me? Player 1 That's one for the replays. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Good awareness on the crosser. That was tricky. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Throw hits, now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Good anti-air. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? They are battling it out tooth and nail here, with no one having a clear advantage yet. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Vagabond and sends them flying. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. Jump. A quick breather. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Max effort. It's a good spot to use the super. Going binomial theorem with a boosting swim. Both fighters planning something? Player 2 knocks them out of the air. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Gets the critical. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. They gotta dig down deep here. They're taking a step back and closes it out. Player 1 made all the... What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Takes the chance to hurt him. Checks him with a projectile. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Taking stock. They need to rely on their instincts here. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an okay. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Jumps in. Who's going to start things off? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. With this super arc connect, super receive kick to make their extremities tingle. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Ooh, what a smart throw! You've gotta be mindful. Gets him with a Euro step. Manages to block the jump-in attack. Hits him with a stop and block. A real test of nerves here. What now? Closes in. This and closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Rushes down the opponent to impose their will. Oh yeah! Start the push with Arabian Cycle. Big super armor use. Jump! Solid anti-air. Oh my, the protect. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Knocked him out of the air. Player 1 can't let this simmer. Shrugs that off. Getting up close and personal. In with the phalanx! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? This is gonna hurt. What's next? Get them in the air! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Round 1. Fight.
Starts, knocks him out of the air. Lays down a whirlwind. Escapes with the reversal. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Drive reversal to break in. What's the play here? Player one is just about out of drive after that. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Neither of them willing to back off here. Knockdown. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Nails the anti-air. Checks him with the projectile from up above. Gets him. Player one takes up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
You're done!
Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Trying to read each other here? They gotta be careful here because a full drive gauge can erase what life they have left in a flash. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Jumps, throws them to negate the block. Going in, super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Solid anti-air. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. This is gonna hurt. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Looking for a hold. Flatlines in. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one. Fight.
The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Got their eye on the air. Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by fading something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Holds out with the block. Lays down a whirlwind. One combo can end this round right now. Jump, scores a counter hit with the OD mix. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Solid choice with the spinning mixer to drop him. The jump-in is denied. Will gain control of the match in the early going. Connects with medium kick. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Shows a medium kick. Medium kick hits. Starts a push with a Radiant Cycle. Just goes for it at this range. Spends two for the meteorite and absolutely destroys it. Like experiencing burnout. The Radiant Cyclone hits the mark. Player one needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. Nowhere to run. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Comes for them with a balance. Hits them with a stop and block. Quick medium pump drives and back misses. Drops them. Good judgment there. Player one can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Taking chunks out of each other here. Knocked them out of the air. Starts with whirlwind. Raw super hard incoming. Catches them out. What now? A real test of nerves here. What'll be the plan here? Whirlwind stars out. Rasheed's gonna start stealing. Player two escapes with what a finish. Player two. Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my God, what a throw set! Grabs up! Pancake time! Goes for the ground and pound! Looking for a hole. One chance here may end. Closes it out! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last rep puts the super armor to good use. Player 2 is in a very super armor wasn't enough. Okay, here we go. Plenty of health, full gauges, reads the jump in perfectly. Oh, they changed something. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Amazing flatline zone. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1. Fight.
The first round begins. In with the cross-up. Smart play with the throw. Sneaks in above. Hold on, they broke through the super arm. Must have seen it coming. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Player 2 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Big counter. Sticks the combo. Throws out. What's next? Not cracking under pressure. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Pushing through with the Gladius. Earlier we saw a nice comeback with some very tough mental fortitude on display. You know the opponent isn't going to forget that. Shows a medium kick. Gladius. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Looks like they both want to hit them with a stopping fire. Full SA meters on It's a good spot to use the super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Their will to win is really being tested here. Jumps in. KO. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1. Fight.
Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Goes for the surprise rush in. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. The cross-up connects. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Nails the anti-air. Holds out with the block. Caught in the cross-up. Pushing through with the Gladius. They don't need to go for anything big. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Charges forward. Superb reactions on the Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Player 1 sees him coming and shrugs it off with the super armor. Risky up close scrap still going. Puts the super armor to good use. Knockdown and life lead is good. Hold up, they broke through the super armor. Must have seen it coming. Nearing the end. There's what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Start reads the jump in perfectly. Anti-air in the clutch. Jumps. Back into the corner. What setup to that's gonna leave him rattled. What now? Comes, sees the overhead coming. Can they use their drive slowly? Punish counter sets the tape. Flatlines them. Player 1.
comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Put one in the pocket.
Just bring it!
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. All that grinding in training mode paid off. Look at the optimal damage on that combo. Will this choice to lay on the damage now ultimately pay off? Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. Okay, creating some space here. What a clutch side kicks there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Nails the anti-air. Gets the jump in. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. Show of force. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. Ooh, Bushin Scrabble's gonna leave them hurt. What'll happen here? Player 2 might have just shifted this round into high gear. To come from the brink like that, what a comeback. Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. Can't tech the throw. Player 2 chases them down. Vagabond and sends them flying. Player 2 can build off this lead. Going in, brushes that off and keeps going. Good old slaps. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. This may be it. Anything off the smash? Medium kick hits. Cross-up attack. Jumps, drives, and back misses. Anti-air in the front. What's next? Raw super hard incoming. What'll be the plan here? Barely blocks the jump in. Throws on the way. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Comes crashing down. Hits them with a stopping power. Good old slap. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Responds with the ultimate killer headram. Player 1 can't seize the overhead coming. Clutch, anti-air. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. These guys are not giving each other any time to breathe. What now? There's a burnout. Here comes the corner pressure. Vagabond forever elevator. The full burner levels him. Okay, he crushes in. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Imposes their will spectacularly for the win. Player 1 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. All the throw connects. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Oh, with the throw. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Knockdown. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Oicho throw. You can't let him close in like that. Sumo headbutt. Charges forward. Medium kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Super spirits are lifted. Who's going to start things off? Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Were they baiting them into that? That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner. It's a good spot to use the super. Going by no man with a Bushin Scramble. Both sides get it to full nicely, but whiffs the attack. What a read with that anti-air. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Sneaks in above. Responds to the jump with one of their own to drop him. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Staves off the cross-up. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Goes for the surprise rush in. Great work finding the opening. Strings it all together. Gets the jump in. Vagabond and sends a block. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Ooh, Bushin Scramble's gonna leave them hurting. Going in. Super clutch corner swing. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Good old slap. They need to rely on their instincts here. Player 2 will experiencing KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fire? Hits them with a stop and pop. Impacts a no-go. Forcefully closes the gap. Underhand slap. Their spacing is so on point. But who's gonna blink first? A quick breather. Unfazed by the switch and blocks. Blocks it well. Charges forward. Jumps up. Barely blocks the jump in. Vagabond and sends them flying. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. And the meter. Bomb critical. What's gonna happen? This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Shrugs that off. Who will come out on top? Absolutely relentless. Barely burns the gauge to turn up the heat. Ooh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Vagabond forever elevator. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2, nothing stops this train. Gets the counter hit. Amazing. Oh, huge 10. Sets up with the jump in. 100 hands. Okay, here we go. What are they gonna do? Rushes in. Goes out of sight. Shuriken bomb. Ricky hit it there. Are you kidding me? Player 1 faced a giant. This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table. Nothing stops this train! Still, this unleashes some big damage. Knockout and goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Drops hard. Gotta be careful, not charges forward. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Yo, critical art now. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Star stands off with the crown zone from above. Jump, shrugs that off. Excellent block. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. What are they gonna do? Clutch, anti-air. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Okay, here we go. Knock them out of the air. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Drive impact misses. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start getting educated with the counter. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1. Fight.
We're finally ready to begin this overhead, but it won't work. Anything off the smash? That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Beautiful setup with that attack. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the null, sees them coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. And he hits them with a stop and block. Good old slash. Looking to impress with this super. Responds with the ultimate killer head ram. Knockdown and player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Quick breather. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the reads the jump in perfectly. In there. That's what...
Here comes a new challenger.
Oh, looks like these two have more beef than a Philly cheesesteak.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Saw that low heavy coming. Big counter. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. It's a normal hit, but they're getting there. Strings it all together. Very solid corner switch. Does a good job of pushing back. Hits them with a stop and pop. Now, were they baiting them into that? Ah, burnout activates. Both players all out of drive gauge. KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Anything off the smash? The next round is beginning. What brushes that off and keeps going? Shows a medium kick. Vagabond and sends them flying. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. Blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Now that's how you use an impact. offensive? Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. It's a good spot to use the super. Are they dead off this super? It's too close to call. And it's just enough. Solid read on the bars. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Anything off the smash? Gets the jump in. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. What's the play here? The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. Trips him up. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Gets out of the corner. This is where things will get interesting as the damage starts to pile up on both sides. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. They hit each other. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Vagabond and sends them flying. Each hit is so of force. Player 2 creates a KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Anything off the smash? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Very good. This super art connect goes for the level 1 super. Can they keep on him? Denies the low head, blocks the impact. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Drive gauge gap here. Going on the offensive? Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Jumps, side switch in the corner. Both fighters planning something? Are we gonna see a comeback here? Jumps in. Gotta do better than that. Looking for a chance. Are they going to be able to tag them and take the W? We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? They exchange blows. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Super Art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Blue Shade scrambling. Yo, I saw this in Shibuya one night. Genius read with that throw escape. Will this Super Art do anything? Oh my god, they just choked it up. Crowns them from above. Player 1, this is gonna hurt. Vagabond forever elevator. Bulls over levels them. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 has knocked them out of the air. Looking for a hold. Full drive impact misses. Player 2, it is over. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Well-timed command throw there. What's their game? KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Tries to catch them out with the arc step. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Jump? Hidden variable? Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side kick. Looking to impress with this super. Ooh, Bushin Scramble's gonna leave them hurt. Knockout and... Player two just put themselves on equal props some hard. Brushes that off and keeps going. Life lead is there. Ah, burnout activates. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Hit them from above with the Bushin beats. Even the slightest hit may end the round. They can't afford anyone's flatlines though. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player one has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? Player one chases them down. Very solid corner switch. Neither of them willing to back off here. Holds out with the block. Heading into the gets him. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start. Vagabond and sends them flying. Solid combo. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with a super armor. Scrapping it out up close. Going in. Sneaks in above. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Goes for the jump in to start. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps up. The low kick hits. Smart stuff. Poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player one with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. That's on forever elevator. Both sides getting ready. Escape the corner. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Arc step. What now? No. Critical art now? Noticeable life? Are you kidding me? Player two really had to...
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Fight with all your heart. Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Good anti-air. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. They're really being worked over in the corner. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Picture perfect punish counter. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. All right, what's coming up next? Decides to buff up while they can. Gets the jump in. Knockout and ends the meter. Hoping for a good return. Who will capitalize on an opening first? The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances.
Round two.
Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? This is gonna be bad news. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. A super art? Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Looking for a chance. Challenge from above. Super clutch corner switch. Hits them with a stopping block. Are we going to see a comeback here? Barely blocks the jump. Oh, engine's cranked. KO. Well, listen. When you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The Gladius blows them away. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Got a small life lead, but it's not over. Deal some damage with that quick combo. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Strings it all together. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Oh! Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Nails the anti-air. Very solid corner switch. Side hustle to start something? Down to the wire. This is gonna be bad news. Gets them. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Player 2 needs, ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Spends 2 for the meteorite and absolutely destroys it. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Sees them coming and shrugs it off with a super arm. And fold for the throw. That's what they came for. Jump anti-air punch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. That's gonna leave him. What a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves. And this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. That drive impact is blocked. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Neither of them willing to back off. Solid combo. What's going to follow the combo? Reads them. Takes a trip. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Life lead opens up. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Did well to get the buff in there. Sticks the combo. Got their eye on the hits them with a stop and pop. Turns apart to unleash the storm. Sakai Fuhazan. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. At least one of them is having a good time in that corner. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner. In there! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Buffs up. They're laying into each other. We're just getting set up with the jump in. Oh, combo! Let's go! What now? This can lead to some big damage. Keeps him out. Pumps the brakes on impact. Both sides getting ready. Jump! The sheep descends. Okay, here we go. Player 1 needs to use their closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.